What if your sleepless nights held more meaning than you ever imagined? Picture this. The clock strikes 3 a.m., and once again, you find yourself wide awake, your mind racing, your heart restless. You might dismiss it as stress or an overactive mind, but what if these moments of solitude were more than that? What if they were an ancient call, a divine whisper, urging you to listen in the silence? For centuries, the sacred connection between the quiet hours of the night and spiritual awakening has been a hidden truth. These moments, where the world is at rest, might just be the stage where the eternal meets the temporal, and God speaks directly to you. This is not a random phenomenon, nor a quirk of modern living. In the stillness of the night, the barriers between the physical and the spiritual dissolve, creating a space where the whispers of the Creator can finally reach your soul. Whether through vivid dreams, an unshakable thought, or a sense of urgency to pray, these moments are invitations. Invitations to align with your sacred purpose, to listen to the voice that has been calling you all along. You are not imagining it. This is real. This is divine. Think about those restless nights when frustration creeps in, and you wonder why your mind refuses to settle. Perhaps you felt alone in those moments, questioning your path, longing for clarity. But what if those feelings are not signs of chaos but of connection? You are not alone. In fact, you are chosen, a recipient of sacred messages meant to guide, comfort, and illuminate your journey. Recognizing these signs is not merely an act of awareness. It is a step toward fulfilling a divine plan uniquely crafted for you. What follows will change the way you perceive the ordinary and the extraordinary. Together, we will uncover the spiritual significance of your restless nights, exploring how these moments are part of a greater tapestry woven by the hand of the Creator. These revelations are not for the faint of heart. They are for those who dare to seek, to question, and to embrace the sacred truth hidden in the silence. Stay with me as we reveal the 7 undeniable signs that God is reaching out to you. This journey will not only open your eyes to the profound beauty of divine communication, but also inspire you to take your place in the eternal story unfolding around you. Sign 1. Restlessness and waking at 3 a.m. In the silent hours of the night, when the world is cloaked in stillness, you find yourself awake, your mind alert, your heart restless. This is no ordinary insomnia. The ancients believed that the night held a sacred stillness, a space where the eternal touches the temporal. The act of waking at 3 a.m., often called the hour of the soul, is more than a disruption of sleep. It is a divine summons, an invitation to listen when distractions are silenced, and the voice of the divine can resonate clearly within you. Picture Samuel, stirred from sleep by a voice he did not recognize, calling his name. At first, he mistook it for the voice of another, unaware that God himself was reaching out to him. Could your restless nights carry the same sacred weight? Could they be moments crafted by the Creator to stir your spirit, to draw you into prayer, or to guide your wandering heart back to the path of light? When you wake, wide-eyed in the darkness, it is not the hour to dismiss these moments as mere accidents. It is a moment to whisper back, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening," and to trust that the stillness carries a message just for you. Sign 2. Anxiety and unshakable stress. Anxiety feels relentless, doesn't it? The weight pressing against your chest, the racing thoughts that seem to spiral without end. In a world that prizes calm and composure, these moments of intense unease may feel like failures or flaws. But what if they are sacred alarms? What if the very sensations you dread are the Creator's way of drawing your attention to what truly matters? Anxiety, though it feels like chaos, often signals a misalignment between your spirit and the path you are walking. It is not there to punish you but to awaken you, to call you to a place of trust and surrender. Consider how the tension in your spirit builds until you cannot ignore it any longer. This is not accidental, it is purposeful. Anxiety often stirs in moments when you are resisting a deeper truth or avoiding a sacred calling. Instead of fleeing from the discomfort, lean into it. Sit in prayer, open your heart, and ask what lesson the divine is imparting. Through this process, you will find that the unease softens, not because the burden has disappeared, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. God does not waste pain, He transforms it into clarity. Sign 3. Repeating themes and messages. Have you noticed a word, phrase, or symbol appearing repeatedly in your life? Perhaps it's a scripture that keeps surfacing, a phrase that lingers in conversations, or even numbers that catch your eye again and again. These repetitions are not coincidences. They are sacred echoes, deliberate patterns woven by the Creator to capture your attention and guide your steps. God's language often manifests through repetition because it transcends the ordinary. Unlike human communication, divine messages do not rely on volume but on persistence. Like a melody that grows louder the more you listen, these recurring themes are invitations to stop, reflect, and recognize their meaning. What is being repeated in your life right now? What message refuses to fade, no matter how much you try to dismiss it? These are not random occurrences but divine breadcrumbs, placed intentionally to illuminate the next steps in your sacred journey. The Creator is speaking. Will you answer? Sign 4. Illnesses and afflictions as lessons. Few experiences feel as isolating as suffering. When your body falters or pain becomes your constant companion, it's easy to feel abandoned or punished. Yet, within these moments of affliction lies a profound spiritual truth. Illness and hardship are not the end of the story. They are sacred thresholds, opportunities for transformation and realignment. They call you to slow down, to reflect deeply, and to seek the Creator not as a distant observer but as an intimate healer. Consider Job, who endured loss and suffering beyond measure yet emerged with a faith refined and unshakable. In the same way, your struggles can serve as crucibles, burning away distractions and bringing you closer to your essence. What if your illness or hardship is not a barrier but a bridge to a deeper understanding of yourself and the divine? Instead of resisting the lesson, embrace it with the knowledge that God does not waste suffering. In every tear, every moment of doubt, and every cry for relief, He is present, guiding you toward a sacred purpose that only you can fulfill. Sign 5. Doors opening unexpectedly. Life's journey is filled with twists and turns, many of which feel like insurmountable obstacles. Yet, every so often, a door opens, a path appears unexpectedly, a solution emerges from nowhere. These moments are not random, they are the fingerprints of the divine, guiding you toward a purpose far greater than you can envision. When a door opens without warning, consider it a sacred invitation. The Creator often clears paths not through explanation but through action, aligning circumstances in ways that defy human logic. These open doors may come as opportunities, a new job, an unexpected connection, or a chance encounter that shifts the trajectory of your life. But they also require faith. To walk through these doors is to trust in a plan you cannot fully see, to embrace the unknown with courage. Remember, when God opens a door, He does so with purpose. Hesitation is natural, but faith is what transforms that hesitation into movement. These moments of divine alignment are not just signs, they are calls to action. Step forward, for what lies on the other side is often beyond what you dared to imagine. Sign 6. Encounters beyond explanation. There are moments in life that leave you speechless, encounters that feel too extraordinary to be coincidence. Perhaps it's the comforting words of a stranger that seem to answer a question you hadn't voiced aloud. Maybe it's the overwhelming peace that envelops you during a storm, as though an unseen hand has steadied your heart. These moments are not figments of imagination. They are sacred encounters, thin spaces where the divine brushes against the physical world to remind you of His presence. Such experiences are rare but unmistakable. They often come in times of great need or uncertainty, as if to say, I am here. You are not alone. These encounters might be fleeting, a vision, a dream, or a feeling that lingers long after the moment has passed, but their impact is lasting. They leave an imprint on your soul, a reminder of the eternal truth that God is not distant but near, intimately involved in the fabric of your life. When these moments arise, do not dismiss them as coincidence. Embrace them as evidence of a love that transcends all understanding, a love that is reaching out to guide and sustain you. Sign 7. Confirmations through others. The divine often speaks not just through the silence of your heart, but through the voices of those around you. Have you ever experienced someone saying exactly what you needed to hear at just the right moment? These are not random acts of kindness or coincidence. They are divine messages delivered through others. God uses people, mentors, friends, and even strangers, as vessels for His guidance, placing them in your path to illuminate your next steps. Pay attention to the wisdom that comes unbidden, the advice that resonates deeply, or the casual remark that seems to unlock a door within you. These confirmations are signs of alignment, evidence that the Creator is weaving your story with care and precision. When others speak truth into your life, it is often a reflection of the divine wisdom you may have struggled to hear on your own. These moments remind you that you are not walking this journey in isolation. Instead, you are surrounded by a sacred network of voices and hands, placed in your life to guide, support, and uplift you. Every sacred journey requires a community of light-bearers, individuals willing to nurture the flame of truth and help it shine brighter. By supporting this channel through donations via the link in the description, you become a vital part of this mission. Your generosity allows us to continue creating transformative content, sharing divine insights, and reaching others who long for clarity and spiritual awakening. This act of giving is not just support, it is an alignment with a higher purpose, ensuring that messages of faith and hope reach the hearts of the chosen ones across the world. Each of these signs, restless nights, anxiety, repeating messages, afflictions, unexpected doors, extraordinary encounters, and divine confirmations, carries a profound truth. God is closer than you think. He is reaching out, guiding, and reminding you of your place in His eternal design. These are not random events, they are sacred invitations